Hey guys, it's time for another PvP video. Thought I'd show some of the updates just recently, so let's take a look at some of these. I'm still using about the same 8 or 9 person team, but there's some variations throughout these battles, so I thought we could go through them. Alright, one of the first things I do is look at the options for different teams. I selected this team to battle because we had a level bonus over them, and at this point we can consistently, every time, take out Tasumi as long as the other team doesn't have Willow on it as well. So doing this, it looks like we already took out one of the players, and we're going to be able to take out another, so we're down to 2 before we even get to doing single person attack. And again, part of that has to do with getting lucky on the crits, and some of that has to do with having this 4 level bonus over top of them. But here, even if we had only taken Tasumi out, we've got IGOROK, who's almost definitely going to live through that first round and be able to freeze everyone else on the team that's left alive. So here, no trouble. We got through it very easily. Alright, we switched up a little bit this time and took Tasumi with us for a good reason. We're going to be able to take out their Tasumi on the first round. There's very little risk that Death Blossom from Masuta Kira is going to take out any of our characters, which means we can get to go with all of our fast characters first. We get Blade Storm right off the bat here, so we know we can take out Tasumi, and then we're going to have 2 fire characters left, but we also know that we're going to have taken some damage on our Tasumi, which means we're going to get a big boost to his damage, and that's really what we were looking for here. If they've got someone that's going to be going ahead of time, but we know we can live through it, then it's a good idea to bring Tasumi in. Plus, our Tasumi is at 4-star, my IGOROK currently is only at 3-star, so it's another benefit. And since we're bringing in Willow, Tasumi is going to get a bonus to his health. So those are all benefits for us, and we finish this off and are able to 3-star this battle. So we changed up pretty much the whole team for this one. There's a good reason. So you'll see that they have Archangel Emily over there. So if we used our fast team, we could take their Tasumi out on the first turn, and that would be great. But then Archangel Emily would just resurrect him, and they'd be back to a full team after we've already used all of our first skills. So that would be a problem. Here, now that we're down here, we know we're going to take some damage on our Tasumi, which will boost his attack. We can do Polar Pounding. They've got a slow character, and Archangel Emily aren't going to do any damage. So both IGOROK and Tasumi, we're going to live to this first round. Now we can use both of their attacks and take out, do a lot of damage on their team, and we still have Frozen there on Tasumi. So Stonefist on his own, he's more of a support, he's not that much threat, and we can easily take out Tasumi here and are left with only Stonefist. Like I said, not a lot of concern on his own. If we wanted, we could have healed with Chief NubNub. It turned out we didn't really need to do that. Alright, and we're back to the fast team this again, and we've got IGOROK. This was a very challenging team to go against. They've got Tasumi and their own IGOROK that's going to get a chance to go before our normal speed characters. And since they have Tasumi and IGOROK, we have to make a choice on who to take out. And it's really not much of a choice. You have to take out Tasumi after doing this much damage to him. I was hoping we'd get, with the area effect, get to take someone out, and it turns out we got Lady Nimriel. We were able to take her out ahead of time. We have to use Sniper Shot on Tasumi here because we would take too much damage, probably killing our whole team if we didn't. Now they get to use Polar Pounding. The only good thing, since they've got 3 levels below, many times you'll get a miss on at least one of the characters. And then we have to take Chaos Storm damage from everyone. Afterwards, though, our Polar Pounding can finish off Pontifex. It doesn't do very much damage to IGOROK, but now we still have 4 players on our team that are alive, down to their 2. And we can keep working away at IGOROK. For this returned version of Pontifex, he's slow and he doesn't get to go the first turn that he's revived, so you have a little while. You can leave him there until you deal with him a little while afterwards. But again, we've still got 3 characters, and the returned version of Pontifex is fairly weak, so it doesn't take too much now to just drain him down and take that battle with just one character down. We have our fast team out for one more battle. Here the initial goal was to take out Bovus El Doro. Normally that crit shot from a lower level Willow does not take out Black Diamond. This put us in a pretty bad situation just to start off with. And with just Death Blossom, there was really no chance that our Willow would be able to take out their Bovus El Doro. Even at a 2-star, it's hard to take out all of his health. So the only one I thought I'd probably be able to take out was Pontifex. And it still puts us in a very bad position, because then we know that Bovus is going to do Stampede and take energy away from everyone, which means IGOROK can't freeze everyone. Again, just it looked like a loss at this position. We had a lucky dodge right there, an attack that probably would have destroyed Willow. Maybe she would have had a little bit of health left. But we're able to finish her off. Then are almost dead with IGOROK, and again they've got 3 characters with just about full health, but at least we're able to get Polar Pounding off to freeze 2 of them. The frustrating thing, another frustrating thing with Bovus, is that if you don't finish him off, he's going to keep healing. We had that nice ×3 so that we could take out the returned version of Pontifex, but still looking really bad for us. It's hard, too, to work on. Luckily, we had their Willow lost the evade just in time so we could take her out. But our greatly weakened Willow looked like we wouldn't be able to do much, but was able, with our 2 skills with relatively short cooldowns, was able to do that evading shot and then sniper shot right after and finish it off for us. So it started out really badly. It looked like we might lose, but just barely hung in there and made it. Alright, and I like to try to add on a live version of one if we can. So we've got a group here to choose from, one raid. I don't like to do battles against the same star level and having IGOROK and 2 Black Diamonds, high crits and everything, so this isn't an ideal group for me. And going up to 57, let's look at this team. This looks ridiculous, and it would be ridiculous. Having 5-star IGOROK, Lord Zom, Yokozuna, just way too much power there. We'd get a nice trophy reward, but that seems very unlikely we'd be able to win. So this middle one, I see IGOROK there. We can very likely take him out in the first turn. I love seeing a slow character here, because that means that before our normal speed we're going to get a chance to go. Between the 2 of them, I'd like to bring in IGOROK, so I've got 2 fire-based here. If I can get IGOROK to use his Polar Pounding, I can probably take out Lady Nimriel and either take out or freeze Rogar. So let's see how this goes, and this will be the group for us. So 20 trophies is not bad. The first 5 battles I just showed, and this will be our team here, all of those were between 10 and 20 trophies, which is nice to try to get. Again, as it gets more competitive at higher levels, it's not enough just to win. You also have to make sure that you're getting enough trophies for each one of those wins to move you up the leaderboard. Alright, so we'll start this battle. Cross our fingers for Black Diamond to get a couple crits here. I've got her about a third of the way to her final star, that 5-star. So that's great. And already at this point, I'd say we have an extremely high chance to win. We're going to take Lady Nimriel out right here. And Rogar will probably live, but we might be able to finish him off if we get another crit. And we did get a crit, but still couldn't quite finish him off. Here's where it would be really nice to have another fast character, but you don't know what's coming, so this is still a really nice position here. You could just do the normal attack. I would never chance it with Tsumi, especially because the battle is in the bag at this point, as long as you don't do something catastrophic like almost finish him off, but let him do Soul Shred with almost no health left. So again, no real threat here. big thanks to Black Diamond for those crits that set this off in the right direction. Alright, that's it for this video. I realize this is a smaller group. I'm only using somewhere, 8 or 9 characters and shifting between those for the different battles I come up against. But hopefully it's helpful. I am now getting very close to the level cap. I think I'm within 5 levels of the level cap. Once I get there, it'll be very easy to bring up the other characters. You can see I've got 8 million gold now, so it's really, I'm only experience pot limited. So once I get to that level cap, I can dump all my experience pots into one character at a time and bring them up to the level cap and start working them into these videos as well. Again, I hope it's helpful. Send in any questions or comments into the comments section, and thanks for watching. Talk to everyone soon.